All right, men's wrestling with us today. Denim Torgerson, head coach Mike Mendoza, Ryan Wheeler. Coach, kind of the opening duels of the season headed out to San Francisco. Just how that went, and maybe fill us in a little bit on the Mines Rookie Open that first weekend in November.
Yeah, so I'll start with the Mines Rookie Open, our first weekend of wrestling. We place where you send first, second, third year guys. So it's great for them to jump into matches and kind of see where they're at. And then, which was great. Had a couple guys in the finals. A guy that's unattached was in the finals. I don't know if we're allowed to speak.
Yeah, let's leave that.
I guess because they're unattached, right?
Right.
So, but Tanner Stone was in the finals and he's doing a great job this year. I think he probably sticks out the most. The week before that, wrestling in the maroon and white and going with Denim Torgerson, really kind of toe to toe, and which was good for both of them, But yeah, Tanner's really jumped a level from last year to this year. He's really kind of started to figure things out a little bit. So it was really good to see that. And I think a big part of that really is his confidence, from last year, his first college tournament. I think maybe even when he wrestled it, I don't know if he was 17 or 18 at the time, but he's a young one. So, that can be a little bit scary, jumping into your first college tournament. So yeah, great to see the growth in him over just 1 year. And then Alex Castaneda, did a good job, matched out 6 matches. He would have wrestled for 5th had he been allowed to. And then the other guys, just got good matches, good feedback. And then jumping into last weekend, going out to San Francisco, wrestling San Francisco State, Menlo College. It was great. I think we wrestled okay. I think there's a couple guys that probably, didn't wrestle their best, or at least where they want to be, starting the season, but it's early. I think that can happen a lot in your first competition. Guys just kind of maybe not being as ready as they need to be before they step out on the mat. But that I think will come quickly, especially with the 2 guys that I'm thinking of, older guys, they'll catch on and figure it out.
Then Denim, Ryan, both you guys have a pretty successful weekend out in San Francisco. Just talk about your matches a little bit.
Yeah, so I had 2 matches, pinned them both in the first round. It's kind of the plan. I like to get them done early, and yeah, that's kind of what we did. I went out there, been working all summer to work on my feet, got that done, took a nice shot, and I got on top, finished the first guy, and then second guy, pulled a Ryan Wheeler, felt the headlock, and let it fly.
Yeah, like Denim, got 2 pins this weekend. It's a good start to the season. Went for my usual throws, try to get it done early. Worked on some new tricks into my throws, shots into throws. So those both worked this weekend. Hopefully keep getting those pins, ending things quick this season.
And you guys both talked about the work you did over the summer, and Ryan having a whole year off, kind of on the sidelines a little bit. What was it like getting back out on the mat for you?
It was great getting back on the mat. I mean, last year it really hit me until we had our first duel that I was at, sitting on the side. I was like, wow, this kind of first time I've really been on the side of the duel, and not being out there with the team competing. It was kind of hard. So it really feels good to be back and wrestling and feeling good this year. So.
And Denim, for you, you talked about working out during the summer quite a bit. What was maybe one thing that you really focused on during the workouts during the summer?
I feel like I focused on letting go a little. Like I've always wrestled really tight, been kind of just stuck on one thing. And this summer I just tried to loosen up, take as many shots as I can, and just work on different takedowns to find a way to score on my feet. Because usually when I get on top, it's game over. But I've struggled getting on top, I feel like, a little bit in college. And yeah, that's all I worked on this summer, really. And I can tell a huge difference this year already. So yeah, it's looking good.
Good. Coach, got New Mexico Highlands coming in, home duel on Friday. What do you know about them, and kind of what do you expect?
Yeah, I don't honestly know a lot about them. Really haven't seen them, and so I think big thing is really focused on us and where we need to put some energy as far as maybe the technical things. So obviously we've had 2 competitions, and that's where you get your feedback. You get out and you kind of get some feedback when you compete. And these guys should be seeing that too. Unfortunately, these two guys, they're not going to get good feedback with the way they wrestled this last weekend. So, and Wheeler's not going to work on his conditioning by ending it in the first. So we need to kind of slow that down a little bit. Yeah. So, this weekend, I look forward to another competition. I mean, for some of these guys, it's the second date, obviously he has, these guys will have 2 matches under the belt. This will be the third. It'd be nice to be at home. But yeah, nothing that I really particularly know about this team, new coach, this year. So, not sure about his lineup. Haven't really seen him, too much.
I'd say Ryan, coaches, every coach always tells you got to condition more. And then you guys just go out and say, no, I'm going to get a first period pin so I can go sit down and relax. But what did you learn in the year off about you got to have the conditioning so you can get those first period pins that you like so much?
Oh, for sure. I mean, he's been telling me that since I've been here, 5th year now, and that's here every year, conditioning. And he's not wrong. But no, last year I really I did a lot of Greco last year and did that and wrestled at that level of the senior guys, and conditioning was definitely a big thing, going to, it's 2 rounds and 6 minutes, and those guys, they go hard for those whole 6 minutes, and it's a little harder to get. Greco's all throws, but you don't get as many throws. It's a lot more head to head, and so it's a lot harder to end things quick, in a way. And I think that really going into this year is like, I need to get that conditioning up. I need to, as much as I like finishing early, I'm not going to always be able to, sadly. So definitely big thing I want to work on, get better at.
And early in the season, having a home duel is always nice, obviously. So what do you guys take into first home duel this weekend and hoping for a nice big crowd?
Yeah, big crowds are always the funnest to wrestle in front of. That's why I think everyone likes to wrestle in Westerns here, because that's usually our biggest crowd. But anytime that the stands are full, I know we all love to compete and we all love to wrestle our best just because of that. And I'm super stoked for this season. I'm super stoked for our first home duel, because I think this is the best team we've had since I've been here, and 4th year now. Like, I expect great things out of us this year. We've all worked hard. We have no guys leaving our lineup, really. And so I think that everyone needs to come out, because I think we're going to be something special this year.
The depth that you've built obviously has helped in the room and getting a lineup and who's gonna come out on top in the challenge matches. Does that kind of help you with keeping the guys motivated? It's early now, they're going to be motivated, but February's coming and it's hard to kind of keep in it mentally. Does that kind of help with that depth?
Depth in the room is really good. And obviously for some guys, even if they're the guy and there's a guy right there pushing them, that's kind of what you want. You want guys in the room pushing each other, but there's some weights that are undetermined right now. We have a challenge match coming up right after this, before, right at practice time. So we're still figuring out lineup a little bit, which is good. I think it's good for guys to be knocking on the door of, the guy that's maybe in the lineup, but also even aside from that it's good to have competition in the room, right? That's what's going to prepare you as guys at your weight class or a weight class above or below, where you are competing every day, and there's no easy day. That's kind of what you want, right? To prepare yourself for competition. So I think we see that in our room. I think it's good. I think it's positive. We have a lot of coaches, so thankful for that. I feel like we have a great group of coaches that are able to still put their shoes on and wrestle. So that's important as well. And so feel super lucky to have, the group we have.
So how antsy are you to get back into the home crowd? After sitting on the sidelines and watching for a year, and because you know kind of what this gym can get like.
Oh yeah, I can definitely get rowdy a lot against Western, but all of our matches can, and it's definitely fun. It's nothing better than competing in your home gym. Big thing is, you can't look at the matches different. I think you should go out and have fun, whether you're home or away. You shouldn't look at it differently, but it's definitely a great feeling wrestling in front of your home crowd.
So any new guys that are kind of starting to turn heads and really push to get into this lineup? Because I mean, it's a tough lineup to crack.
Yeah, I think, at 165, we have Will Alvarado and Will Moneypenny that are, kind of the guys that are competing for that spot right now. And so that's good. And these guys they're competitors. So I think they're going to, try and keep pushing to make the lineup. And, I don't know if it'll be back and forth or what that's going to look like. It's so early in the year. And, so wrestle-offs matter, but obviously we'll wrestle in a tournament in about a week and a half at the Kearney Open, and that competition kind of lays things out, probably better than wrestle-offs do as far as how guys compete at that weight class against outside competition.
All right. Question of the week. This is a tough one for wrestlers, I know. Favorite Thanksgiving side dish?
Stuffing. Love stuffing.
I'll do mashed potatoes.
Green bean casserole.
I think this has been the same all 3 times so far, as green bean casserole, mashed potatoes, and stuffing. So
Only wanted both starches. So
Yeah, I mean,
I want the mashed potatoes and the stuffing. Those are my favorites.
you've got to mix it all together. I mean, really, everything goes together. And then, exactly. Yeah.
whether you got to make weight. So
Not after Thanksgiving.
just want to mention also the prizes for pins on Friday. Hope everybody can come out and enjoy it. Every pin that the Mavericks get will be we'll throw some swag into the stands for the people. So make sure you come out and watch these guys. So thanks, guys.
Yep. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Now you want to pin.
Yeah.
No pressure.
Hey,
always
wait